Alright, happy Tuesday, March 26th, 2024, 7:43 a.m. And you get to see me leaving my house. Like, actually leaving my house. Before I leave. How are you guys? How are you doing? What's going on? Anything new? So, this weekend was a cluster and a half. We lost power Saturday into Sunday. And yeah, it was not pleasant, to say the least of adjectives. So my mom is working early election, and she brings her friend Barb to church on Saturdays, and she was not able to, obviously, so my mom wanted me to get Palms this weekend because it was Palm Sunday on Sunday, and whatchamacallit, so I went and stopped by Barb's to see if she still wanted to go to church, even though it wasn't going to be with my mom. We go to church, power goes out halfway through, and I make a joke like, haha, they know I'm not supposed to be here, you know, just because it was just so random. And we get through Mass and everything. I am buckled up, okay? It is my purse. Alright, my purse is on the passenger seat. But yeah, I was like, haha, you know, there's a tree that went down. There's actually a few trees. Because our mare is a lovely mare. Whatever. So, when communion started, I went out to heat up the car and clean it off because it was snowing. And when Barb came out, she told me the power had gone off again in church. By the time we got home from Barb's house, it's like a 5-minute drive from her house to church. And her power was out. I get home, my power was out. Of course, what's after church time? 5 o'clock-ish. What do you want to do at 5 o'clock-ish? You want to eat dinner? Yeah, no. No. I had Doritos. My mom got me the can of like the little mini Doritos. They taste different. I don't know how or why, but they taste different to me. But yeah, that was my dinner. I am not complaining, though. I am lucky I had dinner. And, you know, I did not have a phone because, of course, why would I charge it? You know, because everything's charged at my house, you know. I had enough charge to, for the alarm for the next day for my mom. And, I had to get gas, so I actually went to the gas station, put gas in the car, and drove around because the house was down at 58. And, just drove around, and then I was losing my fucking mind. I'm not even gonna, I was losing my mind. So, my mom's friend Kay called me and she said I could go over to her house, so I just showed up. I went over, I packed like towels, clothes, shampoo, conditioner, my toothbrush, toothpaste, everything, and went over to her house and took a shower, which was nice, because when, like, this story, like, I've told you guys stories on here, like, when you've taken a cold shower for 6 months, like, you appreciate hot water just a little bit more. You know, like, there are things that I appreciate that other people kind of take for granted, and you know, it really sucks that something so basic is such a luxury, because it is to me, you know, because, you know, if you don't live in an apartment or whatever, if you live in your own home and you're responsible for everything, you know where that hot water comes from. That hot water comes from a very expensive tank, you know, and it was such a horrible, horrible existence at that time. And you know, that's why I am so careful with every single penny I spend. You know, like, that's why I'm rolling my own cigarettes now and everything else. That's why you know, I don't do extras for myself. I do extras for everyone else, but not me. You just realize how strange it is to still get up and pretend like your life is okay, and it's not, like, crumbling around you. You know, the situation I was in. And you're trying to keep together everything, and you know, people are making fun of you for having to take hot showers at work, not knowing that's your only friggin' shower, you know, like, it was just a very bad time in my life, and a lot of times I'm able to block it out, but then when something like this weekend happens, I go back to that, and I revert back to that, and it's like, I can't do this again. I can't live like this again, or, you know, whatever, like, because what do you do? What are you supposed to do? I don't know. It's just, it's weird talking to you guys about this, like, mentally painful my life was during that point. And how I had to, I don't know. I was the one who kept my shit together because I had to. I was the one who had to try to understand it because I had to. Even though I had no legal authority over anything. I had no legality over anything that was going on. So even if I could do something, I couldn't. And that's when you realize how completely vulnerable and almost childlike you can revert back to if you're not in a state of mind that can handle the pressure of not wanting to take care of anything. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to do one bit of it, but I had to. You know, everything that I did not want to do. And I think in a way that is why I am the way I am now. When I grew up, I wasn't like these little friggin' kids now who don't have to do anything, who have no chores, who have no responsibility. I've had responsibility since I've come out of my mother, okay? I have never had the luxury of not being on top of things. And so I think that's why I am the way I am now. Anything extra I have to do is a pain in the ass. Because she was always, you know, dragging me out on the weekends, or, you know, we're going this place, and this place, and you have no choice, and this is what we're doing. And I had like no freedom. And you think that when you're older, life's gonna be rainbows and unicorns like it has to be, like it didn't work out when you were growing up, so it's got to get better, right? Except it doesn't get better because the whole time you thought it was going to get better, it was getting worse, but you were too blinded. And little by little, all those dreams that you've had, that I've had, since I was like a little girl. I don't have them anymore. You know, like, and my mom, you know, asks me why, or tells me, like, oh, you can do anything, you're so smart, you're so this, you're so that. And it's like, why didn't you ever tell me that? You know, like, and now I'm 42. And it's too fucking late for me. You know? And you realize that some people are allowed to have dreams. And some people aren't. Some people are allowed to do whatever they want. You know, maybe it's because their dreams are small. Or, you know, my dream isn't that big. It doesn't feel like my dream is to have a baby. But you know, a few years ago, my dream was to have someone see a painting and be like, wow, that's beautiful. Or have someone read my poem and be like, wow, those words are perfect. And I had that dream happen, and but nothing came from it. You know, like, you get your dreams, you get the little very bit of them, and then puff. That's all you get, because you don't deserve any more. And maybe I don't. I don't know anymore. Wow, this turned into Debbie Downer really quick. I am so sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna end that before I start crying, like ugly crying. And I love you, and don't be like my asshole coworkers and make fun of people if you have a shower at work and they have to use it. Because you don't know why they have to use it. And I tell you all this stuff because I understand the struggle and what it's like to feel like you have nothing or no one, or you are nothing. Even though you are someone. But you've been so broken down that you don't think you are. I hope you guys do follow your dreams, and I hope every single one of them comes true. Because in this huge world, something good deserves to happen to good people. And I love you guys, and thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.